Good morning, folks, and happy Wednesday. I just can't get the book Greenlights out of my head. It was on a recommendation from my friends, Jen and Christy, to listen to the audible of Greenlights by Matthew McConaughey. So I did, and I didn't really know just what kind of guy this was. I mean, I knew he was a hot actor. I knew he'd been in a lot of films, but I didn't really know who Matthew was until after I listened to this book. And he narrates himself, and I'm telling you, this guy's incredible. And what I got the most out of this book was Matthew didn't give up on his dreams. You know, he wanted to be an actor. His family's from Texas. You know, they lived out on a ranch, and an actor was not really what big, strong guys did, right? But he had a dream, and he went after that dream, and he didn't let it stop him. And then he would get certain roles. So he was America's, how should I say it? In the romance department, he was like, especially the wedding planner and things like that, right? But he knew he wanted a different role. And this man went almost, I think it was 24 months, basically leaving Hollywood to tell Hollywood, screw you, I don't want that part anymore. This is the part that I want. So much so, he was offered $15 million for a romantic comedy, and he turned it down because that's not what he wanted. He turned it down because he wanted a different role. How many times in our lives have we just settled because the money was there? It provided for our families. And, how many times do we see a red light in our lives, meaning stop, don't proceed with this? But that doesn't mean that that's forever. That eventually turns to yellow and then to green, right? So green light means go. And it was such an interesting book. Highly recommend it. Um, and I just didn't really know Matthew's dynamics. And great guy, sexy, and definitely America's sweetheart. So definitely, where in your life are you settling? I noticed in my life, and I don't know why it's not difficult for me to say, but I've been saying for the last year and a half that I am the next Oprah Winfrey, right? But what steps have I really taken? Yes, I've taken steps, but could I have done more? Absolutely. But I also know that it was a growth journey. I couldn't have just gone from Dorothy to the new Dorothy in like a day and a half. It has taken me over the last year to get into that mindset that, wait a minute, I town called Windsor, Ontario, and moved all over Chatham, Kent, and back in Windsor again, doesn't mean that I can't put Windsor on the map, right? That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that that girl that had no self esteem, that didn't see her worth at all in different relationships, both professionally and personally, years ago, that doesn't mean that she can't be the big badass that God is calling her to be. So, and I have settled in different jobs. I have settled in different things in life because I didn't want to. I didn't have the fortitude to keep going. Well, I'm here to tell you, friends. After listening to that book, there is no. And Matthew gave up $15 million on a movie that he could have just been into. I mean, he had 3 kids at the time. He needed to feed them. But no, he waited until the opportunity that he wanted, and he didn't settle. So, friends, I encourage you. Where are you settling and what are you going to do about it? Would love, love, love to hear from you. Bye for now.